Good morning, welcome to Morning Outlook. This is Kim speaking on Wednesday, the 29th of November. So let's get on and look at these markets. Before I do so, quick look at news coming out today. We'll just use this today then. So we've already seen the Australian data coming out there. It came out higher than hang on, I'm just looking as Australian work done. Just getting the right data there. Where is it? I can't see. Let's just refresh this on here. There we go. Okay, so it came out less than expected. Actually, the inflation, I thought I saw a positive figure. So 4.9 versus 5.2. So that leaves the pressure off for now. Or the Reserve Bank of Australia. So since then, we've also seen the New Zealand dollar, the Central Bank Reserve Bank of New Zealand, and report, and they've left interest rates alone at 5.5, which was pretty much expected. It has been. They were well ahead of the curve in the first place. They were the first to start increasing rates, and well, they wasn't. I haven't looked through the minutes yet, or the statement rather yet, but there wasn't any mention of cuts in the early stages. More that they'd have to hold rates. Anyway, let's have a look at the technicals here. So we're starting off with the euro dollar, and as ever, we've got the we've seen a push on the euro dollar here. It's pretty much as expected, actually, for the price action we were seeing. It's more difficult to get in on some of these on the day trade than, I mean, I'm on the swings. We had a swing meeting Monday, and 4 of the 6 things we identified have triggered, and well, the ones that didn't trigger have just flown. So effectively 6 out of the 6 are moving, but we'll see. Still some way to go. But euro dollar here, I'm looking at this morning. I thought that there will be a bit of divergence over the more aggressive indicators such as RSI on the lower settings, but it's not diverging on the MACD here. It's got a hint of it if it comes up a second time, but I'm just looking to see if we get a bounce off its daily pivot here. So just waiting on that this morning. The pound, similar picture we got here, again pushing up solidly yesterday. You see, this is the one I was on the swing basis. I was waiting for a retrace back to its weekly pivot. It never occurred. It's just gone. It's now into it's broken through its R1, 75% chance then the R2 being hit, and it's hit it. But seeing a bit of a retrace there. Again, divergence wise on this, yeah, it's from the 2 highs there, it's not divergence. Seeing a bit of a dip on the current price action, but to be expected, which will mean that it will most likely diverge if it pushes up again, so just need to be wary of that. But looking for a pull back to the daily pivot here. We saw it yesterday coming through. It's early on, it pushed off. I didn't take this trade from here. I was waiting for it to come back further down to here, so it never happened. It went on the second push in the afternoon. We see a lot of these afternoon moves, and they're much more solid, it seems, larger. Anyway, it's looking like it wants to come back at the moment towards the daily pivot there, and that will be where I'll be looking to see if I can get a buy. Dollar yen, seen a decent move down here. It's it broke the other evening when we shortly after had a bit of a retrace, took a bit of heat yesterday with the move back into its weekly pivot, but since then has sold quite solidly. It's a lovely retrace, textbook type retrace. These you see it on the hourlies here, came short of its daily pivot but hit the weekly, but then off it's gone. solid movement, flagging at the moment. Now it could come back. We've got the pivot right the way up here, but it has already hit the S1. We'll see what develops there, but this is much more of a swing trade. I'm looking at this as we'll see how far we can ride that one down. Aussie dollar, the Aussie, well, seeing the US dollar softness. I'm not too concerned with these sort of retracements that we're seeing overnight into the mornings. It's just really given us some opportunity at times. Yesterday it sort of pulled back into 8 o'clock, bang into the pivot there, and then eventually off it went. Didn't look too sprightly initially, but it went, and well, it's broken through at this stage. But we often see all change shortly after 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock time. This might swing around. A break of that 50 would be a leave it alone case. I have to say I haven't read the statement yet that was supplied from the Reserve Bank of Australia. So I saw it. Yeah, sorry, that's the New Zealand I'm thinking of, not Australia. I'm thinking I haven't seen the inflation figure properly, but we have seen the inflation and it's come off. So maybe the Australian dollar won't pitch so much. US dollar CAD. Well, we're again, it's strengthening here. It's as good as on Monday. It already as good as hit the pivot there. It eventually started breaking down later in the day, and yesterday just carried on through. Again, nice movement, solid downside at the moment. We're seeing a bounce again. It's a case of seeing what happens if they get back to their pivots here. For a from a day trading point of view, but it has already hit the S1, so it takes away. I mean, the best trade is where it sort of it gets into a bit of no man's land and then comes back to the pivot, then goes to, and then you've got a more solid target. It's already been hit effectively, the initial target. New Zealand dollar, well, rates left unchanged, no real surprise here. Solid shift up we've been seeing here yesterday, leading into that move there. Look at the 10 o'clock bar last night, new bar, pushing up solidly, but bit of a retrace on the following the news there, but all the same. What time was that actually? It was 10 o'clock, yeah, 10, 11, 12, yeah, sorry, that was the news that come out there. But again, like everything else at the moment, just reversing. If this was to reverse right the way back down here, I'd be very suspicious of it and expect it to probably break further to the downside. Dollar Swissy, same old here. The rest, they're very similar. It's a sort of similar pattern that we're seeing across many of these markets at the moment. Just if they've already hit their S1s, they're already pushed down here. This is triggered on the short side yesterday. Eventually. Near term, it's in a decent trend now. The euro pound to the downside, so we could have more of that on yet. Euro Aussie, well, I've steered clear of likes of Euro Aussie. Euro CAD was working well, but it's got into more of a chop as we're sitting here. I've left this alone. You can see the chop that's sitting there. It looked an either or yesterday, last couple of days, not really doing too much. So really I'm going to leave it here. I'll carry the rest, I'll do the rest of the analysis in the room in a short while, but you can see that there are a number of potentials there, like the euro to pound, etc. So there's plenty to be looking at this morning. Now they may never happen, but at least there's something there rather than scratching your head. Gold's continued pushing up there, no surprises really. Really just expecting more of the same. I mean, it flew out the 1 o'clock yesterday, absolutely flew along. But again, an afternoon special. But just looking for more of this sort of action. Again, could be waiting for the retrace there. Crude, normally see crude pushing up when we've seen the dollar softening. It is, but not a great deal, and I'm not looking to do anything with crude at the moment. It's too consolidated. I'll leave it to show its hand a little bit more. It's too risky for me, this, at the moment. Okay, that's that. Right, okay, S&Ps. S&P's just consolidating here. It's continued to consolidate, not really showing there too much. Got a bit of chance of a breakout. Just be really careful on any fake outs instead of breakouts. When it's doing what it's done here, it's just spent a lot of time there. The DAX, similar-ish, although seems a little bit more certain when you come down the shorter time frames. It seems to be right down here. Seems to have been some reasonable moves, but quite choppy, and it's the length of the retracements coming right the way down the full size of the bars, and it makes it difficult intraday trading for sure, or regular stops. So not looking the best there, but working its way slowly to the upside. If you're sitting on the swing positions on these, you're probably sitting there looking reasonably happy at the moment. Aside of the pound here, the FTSE, big pardon, just continues to consolidate here. Really not going anywhere at this stage. Right, that's pretty much it for me this morning, apart from I did want to have a quick look at see what's happening with the old crypto Bitcoin. There we go. So yesterday again, just pushing through here. The risk with the way this is sitting at the moment, as I would have liked to have seen it gone already, and the more it sort of sits around here, the market makers, I don't know how well they're affecting things here, but you know what will be happening. There'll be people waiting for the break now, and it will probably run in, and we'll get the fake outs. But if we, as I say, we let it break out, retrace, and then catch the next move, it's a safer point. Otherwise, you could just end up with another fake and back in. However, I'm still looking at this on a more bullish, on a bullish point here, and I think we got some potential for a shove up there. Anyway, that's it for me. I wish you a great day's trading, and I'll catch you in the morning. Bye for now.